Welcome to JB Trio Podcast, Season 2, Episode 4. I'm Lee McDonald Jr.
Christopher Woodmansey.
Mark, the Ancient Warrior Merchant.
And joining us tonight is our guests, Jake and Phil, who is on Team 14, Three Fingers. Appreciate you both joining us tonight. This will be our first time we have dual guests tonight.
Ooh, first time for everything, huh?
Yes, sir. So, guys, thanks again for joining. Just to start it off, we're going to cover what we did last week. Team 2, which is Gutter Fluffers. That's my two sons, Peyton and Leland, bowled against team number 9, Camilla and Kim. And they whipped their ass. They took 38 points from them, 38 out of 40. So,
oh my God.
So, Mark, they're going to keep their name, the We Two Queens, since they stunk it up.
Yeah, that's team vacancy.
They bowled like a vacancy team.
Oh my God.
And then it was us, me and my wife, which is team number 1, the Pussy Whip team, bowled against Jake and Phil. We had a lot of fun, and it was close. Each game come down to the last frame. We just got lucky. Jake and Phil decided to give it to us.
Lee, you don't have to lie because they're on the podcast.
No, I'm serious. You could ask them. It come down to the 10th frame every game.
It came down so close every single game.
And Lee, I mean, if she's not here right now, Jennifer, she can't hear us. Do you blame your wife for that happening, or?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not here. I don't hear anything.
I blame her for the win. We won because she showed up.
She hustled.
Yeah,
us.
she doesn't listen to our podcast anyways.
She played a bunch of head games.
Ew, I heard that.
So, as soon as the team name changed to Where's Jennifer, she showed up.
Yeah.
So she's going to be out the next 2 weeks, and we'll have Henderson in there.
We shall see.
Yeah.
I bet she's already planning. She is already planning it already. So
I really think the Pussy Whipped is when Lee and Henderson bowl together.
That's probably it.
No.
So Jake and Phil were nice enough to give us 29 out of 40. We did pretty good there. And then we have Team 8, which is the first place team, against Team 13 with the Mavericks, Christian and Brian. And they beat up on the first place team. They took 26 out of 40. It was off night for Greg. Robert had one bad game, but 2 good games. Brian had a good night, consistent. And Christian was pretty good, although he himself would tell you that he didn't bowl as good as he'd like.
Oh my God, he screams so loud.
Who's that, Brian?
Brian.
No, phone next to Brian. Was it Brian
It's
the
Brian.
young kid?
It's Brian.
Brian, he's so loud, phone next to
Yeah.
his
He learned that from Chris.
He did.
No
He did.
no
And
association.
When you guys bowled together, you guys always finish last in the league.
True that.
So next
We still
pair
do. We
is-
still do.
Next pair is Team 10 against Team 5. It was Joey and Neil. Hard pick for the pick segment because I think it was half and half. And I happened to luck out by picking Joey's team because Joey's team beat them. They only took 22 out of 40.
Team 5
but
Team 5 won?
Team 5 won by
Yeah,
one game.
I voted for them.
One single game. So, yeah.
Maddie whooped their ass again.
And, yeah, Maddie bowled great. She had her highest series of the week. Thought she was going to be bowler of the week, but no, it turned out to be Tammy, which is on the next pair, Team 7 against Team 12. Tammy shot 650 that week and ended up being bowler of the week for the ladies. They took 28 out of 40 from the second place team. So both the first and the second place teams got their asses kicked. Although they're still second and first, they both lost, but they're still there.
So actually, this could be 2 weeks in a row that a person ended up with Bowler of the Week and the Woodmansey Award.
And that's exactly right, Mark. That's
God.
exactly what happened. Tammy shot 279, 149 with a difference of 130.
God,
Wow.
We may have to go back when we first started counting the Woodmansey and see if that's going to be the Woodmansey of the year, because I don't think anybody's come close to 130 pin difference. If I remember right, I think it was Kyle who had like 119 or something. I think we have a new top person for Woodmansey of the year. So moving on, we've got Team 3 against Team 11. That's Mark's We've Got Balls against Elena and Ricky's Unstoppable Forces. Mark's team ended up winning by a half a game. They took 20 out of 40.
Wow.
Thank you, Mark.
It was a tough battle, let me tell you. I think Elena had like a 160 last game.
Yes, he did.
So wait, who won for Team 12 and Team 7?
Team 7 beat them. Team 7 took 28 out of 40.
Oh my God. So freaking Mark went like a lot high today.
He'll probably tell us here in a second once we get to his segment. I
Yeah.
wouldn't doubt he probably kicked our ass this week. So he gets to keep the name of the segment, Beat Mark's Picks.
Damn it.
Team 4 against Team 6, and looks like Team 6 took it. LPC. Oh, wait a minute. That's Chris's team, Team 4.
We did great as a team. I mean, we bowled great. It just that team just bowled better, like really good. Like his first 600.
Robert McDowell, he was bowler of the week for the men, shot 612. He said that was his first 600 ever. As Mark says, he couldn't have done it against a better team.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that team, average Joes. They just average.
Well, it was
Funny.
definitely a week for the handicap because there was a ton of teams that were in the bottom half of the standings, whooping on the top half of the standings. Right now, first and second, they're still there. Gutter Fluffers moved up to third, which is my two sons. They're at 122. Well, my team moved up to fourth. We're at 119.
What?
Joey's team moved up to fifth by 1 point behind me, 118. That's the team Take It. Team 10 dropped a bit to sixth place. They're tied with the Mavericks. Brian and Christian have also 110, so they're tied for sixth. In eighth place, it's been a while. They moved up a ton. They were at the bottom for a long time, and now they're in eighth, but their winning percentage has shot up to 53%. We had the Post Bowl from week 4 count, and we have them winning big this past week, so they shot up to 8th. Team 6 is at 91 points. That's LPC. And then there's Mark's team, unfortunately dropped to 10th place. They're at 81 points. Unstoppable Forces at 77 points in 11th. Average Joe's, Chris's team, Team 4. They're at 65 points. We Two Queens 60 and Three Fingers 43.
Three Fingers shouldn't be worried because average Joe's making a run for last.
It's all right. I got Chris a little buzzes for it, so it's all right. You know, my
I
tactic.
still think that Phil and Jake gave me a break because they knew I'd been out for 3 weeks. They saw me coming and they were like, "Oh,
Yeah,
we're
but
going to need to
Step it up. We got to step it up. Mhm.
step back a little bit."
I wish.
Yeah, you guys, from all the practice that you're doing, and it's paying off. I'm watching you guys' average from when you first started. You guys are both at around 115. It's already shot up. The way you guys are throwing the ball, I mean, I got to compliment you guys. It takes years to learn how to throw the ball exactly how you're throwing it. And you guys are going to get out of the cellar, from last place real quick. I wouldn't doubt if it's next week.
I was watching tonight, and Chris had him down there. He was teaching him how to go over the foul line.
It's not a foul unless the buzzer
I mean,
goes off.
Lee, so would you say that their rotation of the ball looks almost like mine?
They could really
beautiful.
rotate their balls.
Not only
Yeah.
that, but I can't remember if it was Phil or Jake. Someone kept leaving that damn 10 pin.
No, that was me.
That's Phil.
It was a Phil.
That
I
was-
swear, every time I'm
Oh.
like, "That's a beautiful ball," and I'm sitting there waiting for it to just crush it, and I'm just like, "What the hell?"
They see a good ball like myself, so they want to throw the ball sexy and beautiful like I do.
Yeah, so Jake and Phil, we appreciate you guys joining the league. I know you guys
course.
joined on week 2, and this is kind of your guys' first time in the league. We're happy to have you guys. You guys are a hell of a couple of bowlers.
Are y'all from Texas?
I am. I'm born and raised here in Louisville.
So that's Jake.
Love it.
Yeah.
Where you from, Phil?
I'm from Chicago.
Oh,
Oh,
Chicago.
Chicago.
That's where my wife lived for a long time.
Yeah.
I was born and raised until I was brought back to where I was. The sperm and the egg met
Oh.
in Texas. So
Oh,
I can
you
sit on
see-
myself.
See you.
Steve here.
we call that a vacation.
I tell everybody I was born in Texas, but technically
That's your sister that was
I was born in Chicago. Lived there till I was 12, but my mom had moved us back down to Texas when I was like 3 days old, and moved
Wow.
back to Chicago when I was 4. But my mom said I was mercilessly teased due to my Southern accent, and then I moved back down to Texas when I was 12. But hey, gotta love some Chicago.
This is the Jennifer Probe segment.
Yeah, we've got 3 guests tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to warn them.
Well, I offered an invite earlier. I got denied.
Oh,
Ew! I said, can I take one break in between? And you said no. So there you go.
I didn't say no. Anyway.
I did. Get it. Oh, yeah. Oh boy. All right, welcome to Chris Probes, the guest. Tonight we have 2 fellow bowlers that I greatly appreciate, and they recently joined the league, Jake and Phil.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hey guys, what this segment is about, we're basically get to know each other and get to know why y'all started bowling, why y'all like bowling, or like what made y'all get into bowling in the first place. A little bit about your history. So, first question, we're going to take turns. So, Phil, since I know a little bit about you, and then Jake is you as well. But Phil, I know you're a veteran. Thank you for serving. You said you bowled overseas. So tell us about that.
So in Yokosuka, Japan, my barracks was literally about 20-second walk from the bowling alley. We get free games after 9 o'clock. Me and a bunch of friends just go there, get pitchers of margaritas, and just have fun with it. And then we all got like serious, like started like bowling pretty good actually, like hitting 200s, and it just like became really competitive. You'll meet Garrett next week. He's coming out to sub for Jake. But it was like me and him just going back and forth. That's when I hit my best game. I got a 224, and he got 6. This dude's crazy. Going every day, fell in love with the game. Fortunately enough, met you one night. Really turned it up.
Yeah, I see it. Can you tell us about what branch you serve?
The United States Navy.
What assignment?
What I was, we were in control of all the fuel on board aircraft carriers.
So you were on the ships, right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. What ship were you on?
I was on the George Washington, I was on the Nimitz, and I was on Ronald Reagan.
Now, are those ships, are those tunnels, like you have to climb the ladders, are those really tight, like for a skinny guy, or like for a big guy can go down?
They have stairs, so.
I mean, I've seen movies like where they climb up the ladders, little tight little holes.
Oh yeah, they do have those. Those are go like under deck. I'd really don't go down there much. They're about 4 foot wide.
Well, thank you for serving in general. Thank you. We really do appreciate it. Jake, I know a little bit about you than most people on a bowling league knows. Go from where you started in high school through college, and then why did you pick up bowling now?
University of Arkansas, because that was the only that accepted me. So I didn't really have much of a choice at that point. So I went to U of A 2 years to start cheerleading. I was a male cheerleader in college. I just loved competing. I just loved the field, the rush. What you're seeing in bowling is kind of what I did in cheers. I would just practice. 2 years from then, I transferred to SFA down in East Texas, a big competition squad, and I cheered and finished there, or my bachelor's degree there. So kind of finished out there. I just loved competing. I got sent back up here because of work, and born and raised in Louisville. I knew of AMF. I was driven past it. I've gone there a couple times when I was younger. I didn't know it was to that caliber I've been introduced to, but I think me and Phil just came one night on Friday night to just play on bowling one Friday. I think we met a couple groups of guys and kind of just hit it. Yeah, I mean, it's a competition side in me that really just pushes me on. Good competition, good friends, all just a good time.
And I saw y'all bowling on Friday night, and I didn't want to say nothing to the guy who just like says stuff like Josh is. I saw your rotation right at the back. I know y'all weren't, but the way y'all were throwing the ball, y'all both had potential. Like you had potential to make that better.
Yeah.
And what Lee said, it takes a long time for an average bowler to get that rev and that hook and that angle. Now all we have to do is like get you to accuracy that ball, but like throw it accurate and throw it when you want to throw and not throw when you don't need to throw it. That's all we have to do, and then you would be like a fucking good ass bowler. So that's all we have to do. So that's why I took the time to get you this, because it won't take me long to get you where Mark is, and he sucks. So I mean,
behind the line.
He's teaching him the foul.
Yeah, he'll teach you how to get over that line. Before you end, you'll be like 5 feet away from the pins. You can't miss them.
That was good. That was good. Phil, so after the military, you've been bowling for about, a month now straight? Like a month solid?
I guess so. 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. Have you done any research or like bowling types of bowlers? Who do you favor? Who inspires you bowling? Who do you love to watch bowling?
Guy to do with the fro. I really like him.
Oh, Kyle Troop.
I don't know. He's like so involved with the fans, and he like hypes everyone up, and it's just like it's fun to watch him.
Second generation bowler.
Yeah.
Do you wish to bowl like him? Because you bowl one-handed.
No, I just like to watch him, but I'm just trying to create my own style. I'm just kidding.
I hear it. I hear it. That's great.
The Phil style.
He's a great guy. He's really good, and he really does interact with the fans a lot, especially with the picking the hair when he wins.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he actually throws his picks in the stands.
Looking forward to meeting Chris Barnes, though. I think that'll be a really good time.
Yeah, he visited the bowling alley during our last sweeper night for the fall league.
Yeah, and Chris was wearing a skirt and a wig, and he went commando.
That was season 1, episode 14. As we did our sweeper week, Chris had to cash in on his bet wearing a skirt and a wig. Just so happened to be the night Chris Barnes visited the house, and boy, was I happy to introduce the both of them.
It was a rough day. It was a rough day. Now, Jake.
Yeah.
Now, who do you idolize? Who do you favor? I know you've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, but I mean, there's so.
I'm a big fan of Belmonte. Obviously, just two-handed bowler. I'm a two-handed bowler, so I enjoy watching him. Just his composure, like he'll bowl a 300 game and just act like nothing just happened. It's enjoyable to watch. I don't know. I remember my dad used to tell me when I was younger, act like you've been there before. And definitely with Belmonte, he just gives that composure where I'm just going to do it again. He's real enjoyable to watch. It sounds weird, but Chris Barnes' son, I like watching Ryan Barnes. I watched him a little bit, even though he's younger than me, but he still has a very just fast throw, a lot of power. And so I enjoy watching him too when I can.
Another second generation bowler.
Yeah. And then I also watch Packy. I watch a little bit of Packy. I'm not sure if anyone knows who that is on YouTube.
Packy Hammerant.
Yeah, I like watching him, even though he's a lefty, though. But he just adds a little more fun to it, and he brings that fun style. Even though he could have a bad game, he's like, still, it's a fun night. And so that's what I enjoy.
No, it's really good. I mean, we like that. We want bowling to be fun for everyone, for all kinds of people, because people say bowling is a dying sport. We don't think that. We think bowling is just getting started. We're getting it out there. So with that being said, like when y'all came to your first league, like y'all met everyone. I mean, how was your first day of doing the league and interacting, and how's it going? So are you very into bowling now more than ever, or is it just something like for now?
Well, the first night we played y'all. That was a kind of good little start, but I mean, it just.
They all say the same thing, Jake. When they say they bowl Chris, they love bowling against Chris.
Dad, Pops, he was fun to bowl with, and I definitely bowled better when there's like competition there. It was enjoyable in that spectrum, but there's no like trash talking, there's no bragging. Obviously you have the guys that are very good. At the end of the day, it's just fun. It's just straight up, good game, had a lot of fun. Obviously some people take it more serious than others, but in the all, it's just a good game. And yes, I mean, I have taken a lot of action towards bowling. I bought in a bag. My bank account doesn't love it, but kind of the whole 9 yards, because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it all the way. And
that's right.
I want to look the part. And
did Chris give you the bowling balls?
He gave me 2. Yes, he did. I have 2 of Chris balls, ironically.
So if you can,
yeah, behind the line on this one too.
I don't think if he didn't have that, he wouldn't have a bowl to bowl with.
Yeah, I'd have a spare ball. That's pretty much it. No, he was graciously enough to give us our first set of bowling balls that we used. He gave me an Omni, which I love to use. It's very fun. And then he recently gave me a pink Black Widow Pearl, which I'm starting to become very accustomed to. I bought a spare ball, which comes in very big handy. So,
oh yes,
yeah, he's definitely helped us a lot and guide us. And
sounds like he gave you Camilla's equipment.
The pink ball.
She's probably missing it.
Yeah. It's been great, just the first week to now. It's like I think we made 10, 15 friends that we see on a weekly basis. It's just been a good people to have around us. Golf is just whole different. It's just you and 2 other people, whereas here you got 40 other people around you. So
that's good. And we want bowling to be like that, friendly and welcoming, and because I bet you everyone in the bowling is willing, if not like want to help people get better at the game, or who wants to get better at the game, anything. So that's awesome to hear that we made it that way for y'all.
Yeah.
To keep on coming back. And especially our league. Our league is awesome. So I want y'all to keep on coming back every year, fall, the summer, and all that. Be a part of it.
For sure.
So,
yeah, now the fall's a trio. So you guys thinking about bowling in the fall?
We are.
Absolutely.
Hey, you guys got to bring in a sub this week, which should be a possibility for that third bowler spot. So, yeah, if he subs and if he ends up joining your team permanently in the fall, that'd be great.
We've had some outside interactions about who we want to be our third. I know Chris had talked to us a little bit about it being a trio. That's the fun part now about meeting people. Mm-hmm. Have the ability to like, who needs 2 people or who needs 1 or.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. Well, I mean, that's it for Chris Probes. Thank you guys. And thank you so much for giving us a chance to get to know y'all a little bit better.
Of course.
Thank you, Chris.
My gosh, I fucking hate this.
Beat Mark's picks. Let's get right to it. What a week last week. Rounding it out, I went 5-2. Lee went 5-2. Maddie, our guest, went 5-2, and Chris held up the rear with 1-6.
Oh,
1-6. What is it? 4 weeks now we've done this. But overall total, Lee's ahead 19-9, followed by myself 17-11, and our guests have been 15-13, and Chris 10-18.
oh man! No wonder you said you hate this.
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I have faith in the crappiest teams.
So I think maybe this week we ought to have Chris go first. I'll take every opposite that he chooses.
That's what you did.
We'll make it real easy.
So,
Yeah, but-
so we are going to go ahead and flip it around, Chris. You're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. So first one, team 13-10. This is two good teams here, of course. We have Maverick versus We Deliver. Brian. Those two are just like mushing together very well. What they make together as a team is very forming up together, and I think that they're about to explode, especially after beating Greg's team. They're a high. I actually voted for Maverick's team to win.
And Chris, they're both pretty good.
Right?
It's a tougher pick, too, because both teams are currently tied.
They're both
for
110,
sixth place.
110.
Exactly. So for
I'm gonna
overall,
agree
it's
with
going to be a tough pick.
I'm going to go with team 10, and that's Neil. And the reason I'm going to do that is I do know that Kyle is not going to be there this week.
Oh, I did not know.
Oh.
He's
I
not
didn't
going to be there this week. So they're bringing in Mike Kyle, who used to bowl.
A
on
former
Tuesday
Jimmy
night.
Trio bowler, yes.
Right. He's a UPS man himself. So they're switching out one UPS guy for another UPS
I
guy.
did not know that. I thought it was going to be a pizza delivery replacement.
Yeah. He averages better than Neil.
Yeah,
No, okay. Can I get changed?
No.
No, you can.
Can I
That's
change?
fine.
I did not know that.
So
That's
team
why
10
I
for
let you
Chris.
pick first.
So team 10 for Chris and team 10 for Mark.
Oh my god.
You're going
And
to
I
split
must say, knowing
Wait,
that Mike
is-
Kyle's coming in, I'm going to have to match Mark and Chris and vote for team 10 to win. So sorry,
Okay.
Christian and Brian.
You are
guys
changing
both
it up,
good.
Chris, right?
I wish I can, but I can't.
No, you can.
No,
You can.
Wait, I can't. I can vote with Kyle.
Yes, you can.
I'm changing to 10. Change to 10.
Okay. Okay.
We're conflicting sides right now. So
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm going with Chris.
Brian and Christian.
Christian.
Yeah.
Really?
They've
Dedication.
been
Wow.
bowling good. Hey,
Yeah, they
that's
have.
good. Good pick.
Dogs, man, we love it.
I mean, I voted for y'all last week and y'all sucked. So
Experiences
Hey.
them?
All right.
They barely lost. They didn't just lose. They barely lost.
yeah, I'm just want to give you.
We lost. Yeah, we lost pretty bad.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna heads up there. That's what I did. All right, next one, Team 5, which is Maddie and Joey, Rob,
Your
or our
favorite
family,
pair.
and Team 12, which is the Pinstripes, which is
Yeah.
currently in second place.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then Team Rob family is currently in fifth place, but they're making a run for it. They're climbing that ladder like it's like freaking Donkey Kong, the game. I actually voted for this one because then again, Maddie's on a hot streak with getting bowl of the week every freaking week, and it's crazy. I bite my tongue. I voted for Team 5.
Must be
Mhm.
so tough for you.
I think Maddie, I watched a little bit of her tonight bowling, and she seems to have cooled off a bit. You're in that zone for a couple of weeks, and then you're right back to leveling out. I really feel that she's going to be leveling herself out here. I am going to go on the limb here and say Team 12.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree. I'm going to stick with the hot hand. I'm going to go with Joey, who's been averaging about 700 every week, except for when he bowled you guys, Mark. And Maddie, I think she just liked that late shift league. She bowls the first shift on Thursday, but the late shift on Tuesday, which is a much drier shot. So, yeah, I'm actually going to have to go with Joey's team.
Like Chris was saying, Maddie's on a hot streak. Joey's Joey. I know tonight Maddie did drill a new spare ball. I think that might have made a difference later on in the game. She was talking about how she's not liking her new one. So I'm going to go on a limb and go with Maddie and Joey. Just maybe that new ball will make a difference. And I think she'll continue. I really do. She's just on a hot streak, and maybe it'll just continue. But yeah, that's my pick.
All right. Team 9, which is my wife, Camilla and Kim, which is holding second to last. And Team 3, which is We Got Balls, which is Mark's team.
You got to pick
Yeah.
somebody to win.
So
Unless you want to go out on a limb and say that they're both going to lose and tie each other.
right. I voted for my wife's team last week for hopefully they will win, but they didn't. So I actually voted for Mark's team to win.
Oh, wow.
Well, the thing is, we're only giving them about 30 pins based on my average.
Your sandbag
No.
average.
Yeah, no, we're giving them 61 pins. That's a lot. I like our chances. Yeah, I got to go with our team.
I do too. I'm going to go and also go with you. I think Ron is definitely going to have a good week. We should be on a fresh shot since the first shift league is not going to bowl.
Oh, that's
So
going to be great.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick you guys.
Well, I'm not too fond of Camilla at this time, so
Oh,
Oh
no.
yeah, he lost $15 to Camilla.
Oh,
Wow.
no wonder. That damn Camilla.
yeah.
So, okay, that's official. Then you guys are going with Mark's team. Okay, that's good.
Okay, next team. Team 2 and 7, the Gutter Fluffers versus It Been a While, which is Cammy team, which has got Woodmansey Ward of the week. Even though Tammy shot a very freaking 279 game, which is very awesome, but then she crushed it with a 149. I actually
And Chris,
went.
if I could interrupt for a second, they are going to post bowl for this week. They are going to be out of town for 4th of July week.
I'm still going to go with my answer. So, Team 2, Gutter Fluffers.
Okay, I got to love it because I'm going with Team 7. I had a really good chance to look at them. They were right next to us this past week. Boy, pretty impressed with how hard Tammy throws the ball. When I look at this match, it's only like handicap difference of like 16 pins between these two teams. That's not a lot. A spare and a half or so. And you got the Gutter Fluffer. He can channel a few. I kind of like Team 7 to win this.
Fortunately, gonna have to go against you, Mark, because it's my sons, and I think though, just legitimately though, that they've been bowling not as good lately. They bowled better this past week. I think they're gonna even improve their odds more. I think on the clean shot, they will definitely have more of an advantage because when they post bowl, you never know what they're going to bowl on. So I think that Leland and Peyton will have a better chance of winning on a fresh shot. So I'm going to go ahead and pick them.
How did Leland bowl last week?
Pretty good. They took 38 points. I don't remember specifically what he bowled, but I know it had to be in the high 500s. Peyton bowled about 620, and looking at their scores, they were averaging 440 with handicaps. I think Leland was in the mid to high 550s.
That's pretty impressive without a hoodie on.
Yeah, he finally took the hoodie off.
Love it, Mark. Love it.
Yeah, just because they're so close. We got to bowl next to Leland and Peyton last week, and so we got to see kind of what they do and stuff. But I also know Team 7's name, but I also got to see them a couple times bowl. I'm going to go on a limb and say Team 7 only because what happened 2 weeks ago with Leland. He got that a little award.
That's right, he did.
Yeah, that just stuck with me. And I think that might make a return. I don't know. Like I said, they bowled really well, but so close that I saw that week, and I just have to go with Team 7 on this one.
So next teams, Team 1 to Team 6. So Team 1 is Lee team.
That's me.
Versus Team 6 versus LPC. I went against LPC, and this is the guy who shot his first 600.
Mac.
Yeah, I've seen them play. I've seen them ball. I've seen them freaking throw freaking consistent. I mean, they're having fun. A little bit too fun, but I mean...
Too much fun kicking your ass?
Yeah, it was tough. Even though I shot a really good game. And I tied him.
You bowled 650. You bowled pretty good.
Yeah, I tied him. This is the first game we tied. We both tied for 240 each.
Oh, yeah.
I actually voted against you, Lee.
Oh,
I voted for Team 6 to win because it's based on how they...
I'm actually on the fence myself.
When I look at this match, you don't know whether you're going to get the Pussy Whip team with Henderson or the Where's Jennifer?
Jennifer, are you bowling?
Jennifer team.
Not here
So
right now.
You just don't know. I'm believing this week that we're going to see the Pussy Whip team and not the Where's Jennifer team. So that said, I am going with Team 6.
Okay,
wow.
No problem. I'm on the fence. Like I said, we barely beat Phil and Jake. Took it easy on us.
Yeah, we did.
On purpose.
And I did pick against myself that 1 week, and I regretted it because we actually ended up winning. I think we've actually probably won out of the 5 weeks we bowled 4 out of 5, but I think it might be a come down to earth week. And I think especially how much handicap they're getting, it's on a fresh shot. But you know what the hell? I'm going to actually pick myself.
To say that we are bowling early, of course, and it's a fresh shot, so...
That's right. I'll have more on that here after we're done with the picks.
I don't think the LPC team is going to run back what they did last week.
Oh.
Really?
go with Lee because he's damn consistent with his shot.
Oh, thanks.
I'm gonna stick with that one.
All right. Hey, I'm glad somebody else has got faith.
He's just sucking your dick. That's all.
Whatever I gotta do.
He just wants his handicap to go a little bit higher.
Just creative bookkeeping.
Yeah, great book. Wait, there's 2 for Lee and 2 for Team 6? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we have not gotten a full vote for one team yet. So
Not yet. The next
Yeah, we
one might
did.
be, though.
Team 3. We did. Team 3.
we did. We all voted for freaking you.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Damn it. I hope Camilla wins.
I don't know
Hope Camilla
about this
wins.
next one, though. This next pair, you never know.
We have Team 4, which is me. Come on. Come on. It's me.
Against
It was my
the first
team.
place team.
Yeah, against the first place team, which is Greg. So I'm bowling hot, of course. I'm bowling hot. I'm bowling great, especially on fresh shot tomorrow. Next
on,
week's gonna be
Chris.
great.
Come on, Chris, do it. Come on, Chris, pick
So-
yourself.
So, but we see now I'm reconsidering
on,
my vote.
Chris,
Now
come
I'm reconsidering my vote because what I have written down here is because we're bowling on fresh shot. What if they
Oh, you
suck?
didn't
on
know
fresh
that
shot?
when you wrote that down.
No, I didn't know that. So what if they suck on a fresh shot? What if they suck? What if Robert can't bowl on a fresh shot and then we fucking win?
Come on, Chris, pick yourself.
Okay, fine. I voted because we're bowling on a fresh shot and all that, and I think my dad's going to be pretty good on a fresh shot. So I voted for myself to win.
Hey, there you go.
Gosh.
This match seemed like the easiest match for me to pick. No, really did. I mean, I bowled next to the average Joes last week, and man, they were like literally average.
They didn't foul one.
Yeah, this pair over there, I mean, it's hot. It's going to be 100 degrees on 29 and 30.
Yeah, it is.
And unless Chris brings down a skirt and a wig or a skirt, I got to go with Team 8 here.
Go Commando.
Yeah, I got to go with Team 8. I think Greg and Robert are going to do it against the average Joes.
Well, we've got the first place team against the Woodmansies. Man, Chris, you know what? I want to pick you, but man, just Robert and Greg, they've been kicking everybody's ass. Although last week they
This is
lost.
on a fresh shot. Robert hasn't bowled on a fresh shot on this
That's
one.
true. That's very, very true. They did lose last week, so
And then-
they're going to have extra incentive, though, to bowl good.
True. That's
Last
also
week.
true.
Could be some
But we
pressure.
also lost too. We also lost too. So we have a lot of incentive. We've been losing.
Seeing as how you picked against me, I'm going to have to match and pick against you, and I'm going to go with Greg's team.
Smart man.
This was on the fence. I remember bowling with Chris and his dad on week 1, and actually his dad kind of pulled through on that week. I remember watching him. He was getting the spares. He was getting the good strikes every now and then, but mainly the spares. I won't be there to buy Chris a drink before the match, so he should be before he starts. I'm going to go on a limb and pick Chris and his dad. Just because of just watching his dad play. He is a good spare guy, and Chris, if he's on, he's on. I'm going to go with Chris's team.
2 for Chris. How about
We got faith. We got faith.
I have hope.
Hell no.
that? One more.
Last
pair.
one, the greatest one right here, the one we all been waiting for. Team 11. We have the Three Fingers versus the Unstoppable Forces, or AKA Ball Gaggers. So yeah, this was a hard one. So we have Elena, which is bowling great. She has a great ball. We all know that. We all know she has like power and great potential. If she doesn't get in her head, then she'll be great. But she gets in her head too much. Maybe she'll be good this game, maybe not. I believe Ricky's gonna pull it out for them at the end, and I voted for Team 11.
That's not very nice to our guest.
Take our vote back.
Traitor.
No, you can't take your vote back.
What a traitor. You guys are his protege, and he's going against you.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta look at Christian. I mean, he's my protege. I mean, like, and he's a great bowler. I mean, I stopped practicing for a while now. I mean,
Yeah,
now he's just
every
bowling.
time you give him that man hug, he does great.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
And hugging a tug. This is
On a fresh shot, Alina's going to kill it. I mean, that's kind of what killed her last week is when the lanes really started to break down, she just struggled to get it in the pocket. But fresh shot, she's going to kill it. I just got to get a little insight here from Jake and Phil. You'd be able to bowl on a fresh shot where the league before us hasn't been on there. You think you guys will bowl well, better than what you guys have been doing?
I
Um,
mean, like the ball won't come back as hard.
Yeah.
The ball won't come back as
insider
hard.
info here.
All right, so not gonna lie to you, I think I'm gonna go out there and have the best games of my life.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's strong.
Bringing in a sub, my good friend from the military, and the one that pushes me to play the best I can play.
Are you saying that you're going to bowl good just because Jake isn't here?
Gentlemen, I think this is our first guarantee. Somebody that basically saying, I'm going to win.
Would you like to put money on that, sir?
Chris, I don't want to talk to you right now about that.
Because you said you're going to beat my wife, but
I'm coming out hot this week, boys. You're going to see.
All right.
So-
you guys got to get in the brackets then if you're going to back it up.
Okay, no problem.
oh,
Sounds awesome.
With that said, originally I was going to go with Team 14. And then when you guys reminded me of the fresh shot, I know Aline is going to kill it. But with what I just heard, I will stick with Team 14.
Wow. That's
Hey,
great.
So we like Mark.
it is the opposite. It is the opposite of my choice. So
That's true. I think I will also go with Team 14.
What?
But you picked the other team.
Guys,
No. And seriously, though, I think that Jake and Phil, just bowling you guys this past week, you guys' potential is way high. I think bowling on the fresh shot, you guys have practiced a lot on the fresh shot. Then again, it is also 31-32, which is the scariest pair in the house. You never know what you're going to get on 31-32. I think that's actually going to hurt Elena and Ricky more than it is going to hurt you guys. I have faith in you guys. I normally would go with Elena and Ricky, especially with Ricky. Ricky, you never know what you're going to get, but he does like to bowl on 31-32. I do have faith in you guys after watching you guys bowl, so I'm going with you guys.
awesome. Love to hear it.
And I don't even think we need to ask you. I think you've already answered that question. You guys are definitely giving us the first guarantee of the podcast.
Gary.
so you're
It's
guaranteed
guaranteed.
$20.
Write it down.
$20.
Put it in the bank and cash it.
$20.
Chris, stop talking to me.
I'm just
It's an
you're
open
guaranteeing
offer.
it. You're
It's an open
guaranteeing
offer,
your
Chris,
win.
so
Yeah,
so
but once
give
we
the answer Tuesday.
So it's an easy win for you. It's an easy win for you.
it is. It's gonna be an easy one.
Yeah, you don't want to ask Chris how much he's in the hole with Mark.
I mean,
Hey,
Mhm.
Chris, I'll bet you $20 Alina beats you scratch this week.
Elena
Yeah.
I don't know
on
if
a
I
fresh
take that.
shot.
You may want to take it, Chris.
No, yeah, I'll take that. That's easy.
$20.
There's
You
a
hear it.
Oh wait, I'm on lane 29-30. 29-30 is the worst pair in the house.
So you're
That
backing
is.
out? Are
You
you
ain't
backing
lying.
out?
No, what? I'm too good. I have too much confidence in myself.
So you're going to take
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I'm taking it.
Okay, great.
Wow.
Because
Nice.
this is the first week they're going to put the lights on.
The foul light, that is.
Yeah.
I'm losing every game.
And those are the picks. The men bowler of the week, it was Mr. Robert McDowell III. Likes to go by Mac. He bowled 108 over his average. He shot the highest series he ever bowled against Chris. Heads up. He bowled 612 that week against Chris. So congrats go to Mac.
He was also a Hammer guy, and I was drafted by Hammer. We were both bowling the same ball. He saw the way I was throwing my ball. He's like, yep. And apparently it was the best choice he ever made. He only threw your thing for pickup spares. So that made me happy because he was bowling my brand, and our ball is the same. But I do want to say his buddy, his partner, Jeff, he picked up at Greek Church.
Oh, wow. Didn't
Yes.
know that.
Picked up at
Honorable
Greek Church.
mentions. Honorable mentions go to Jeff picking up the Greek church.
Yep. And he did not know what he was picking up. You not know what you just picked up? He's like, no. I'm like, what? It was a
Chris,
Greek
did you bring out the best in bowlers?
I'm like, wow, dude. And it was in the 10th frame. I'm
Wow.
like, are you kidding me?
Dang.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
He didn't know what a Greek church was, but he knew what a Woodmansey was.
Yeah. Yeah, it's popular nowadays.
Yeah, he found out the hard way. Yeah, it's good to hear, Chris. You like other guys bowling with your balls.
Yeah, I do. You can ask Jake and Phil about that.
You're gonna have half the men in the league bowling with your balls.
Oh, yeah. It's like a disease.
Better watch out. You might have to half the league playing with his balls, too.
Mm.
That's why they're called three fingers.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to the ladies, we had Tammy Lopez not only bowled Women's Bowler of the Week, but she bowled the Woodman's Award of the Week. She had a 50 series, 110 pins over her average, and she had a 279 game and then a 149 game. So congrats goes to her for Ladies Bowler of the Week and Woodmansey Award.
Wait. She had Ladies Bowler of the Week? I thought Maddie did.
Our honorable mentions goes to Maddie. She had 100 pins over her average, but she got beat out by Tammy. But honorable mentions to Maddie because she bowled 100 pins over her average. She bowled her highest series ever at 538. We thought she was Bowler of the Week, but Tammy beat her.
So wait, Maddie sucks again?
Yes, Chris, she sucks again just because you said so. Kudos to Maddie for bowling that. To also go over what she did in the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, her average was 138. And because of 2 weeks of great bowling, her average is now 152. So in 2 weeks, she improved her average by 14 pins. So
yeah, that's actually really
Maddie,
good.
keep up the good work. You're bowling great, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
You're just saying that for keep you here.
Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like you guys mentioned, Maddie likes the lanes to be dry, so she will probably struggle this week.
It's a good
Oh
point.
yeah. Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah,
But
so
Joey loves to bowl under fresh shot, so
yeah, so
Joey's going to pick her up.
I'm glad I'm the only one that went with the other team.
Oh, well, you hear that, Maddie? You should just bowl good just to.
Oh
just
yeah.
mark
See,
off.
you say you like Mark. See.
Yeah, remember Mark, the highest series she bowled when she bowled heads up with you. So
Yeah, but she beat that against Kyle.
she did.
beat that
She
against
delivered.
Kyle.
She
Yeah.
delivered on
She did.
Kyle.
She
Now we're
delivered.
back to delivering.
She delivered.
I got to hand it to her. She even sandbagged the shot and still beat him.
Dang.
Maddie, I'm sorry about these guys picking on you.
But I do want to ask a question, a very hard question. This is going to be a hard question to answer. Jake and Phil, out of y'all two, who will be the first player of the week?
No.
Let's finish the question before you interrupt. Do
Who's going to be the first player of the week between y'all two?
you want one of us to move out tonight or what? Like,
Oh, man. Dang.
It's just a fair question.
because it's each one of us, one, we bowled two totally different styles, and two, we're just picking up on something so much different each week. Like tonight, I worked on a lot of spares and paths and drops.
Mhm.
Phil worked on his path and a little bit of spares. It's just so hard because
Yeah, I totally understand. But I mean, it doesn't have to be next week, but who's going to make it first?
I'm
And
getting
just to give you a little bit of insight on the player of the week, how we select it, it is whoever bowls the highest above their average.
then probably me because I have the lowest average.
Oh, there you go. We think Jake's going to be first bowler of the week before Phil.
A bowl above my average. So
all right, guys. I'm getting it this week, so
Oh, man, another guarantee.
yes.
That's awesome.
Who did you guys pick on the average Joe's match? Team 4 against Team 8.
I went with Chris.
Yes.
Well, that was before he picked against us, so
You can change your pick.
nah. We'll see.
Oh,
So they know-
have faith in you.
No,
They
they're-
have faith in their mentor, unlike the other way around.
I'm still training them. They're still babies.
We're the same age, asshole.
Yeah, dickhead. So this is an official announcement for the JV Trios bowling on July 5th. Since the early shift is not bowling, the bowling alley has put in a request for our league to bowl at 8 o'clock, practice at 8, start at 8:10. So we would get started at 8 o'clock. So we'd start early this week and be on a fresh shot and would be the only league bowling that day. So this is the official announcement. I'm going to try to get everybody a text message so all the bowlers are informed. Next Tuesday, we are bowling at 8, not 9 or later. So 8 o'clock start time, practice, and then 8:10 we'll officially start the league. And it will be on a fresh shot. Week 6, so this upcoming week on July 5th.
Sounds good.
All right. And another thing before closing, just to throw another ad out. Last night was the Color Pin Sweeper for the youth. That's run by Joey Robb and Joey's family. They had a very good turnout. It was very fun. Everybody bowled great. A lot of high scores bowled, and a lot of kids showed up. A lot of walk-ins. It was fun.
My kids made $50.
No
Each.
way. That is
Mhm.
great.
Each.
And scholarship points. So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was great. I mean, Joey ran a great tournament. A lot of kids were there, different ages. I mean, I saw this 15-year-old kid, two-handed ball, throwing the ball at least 17, 18 miles an hour, and striking it. He was kind of struggling a little bit here and there, but I'm like, man, this kid has the power. He has the res. He has the accuracy. Two-handed. I mean, he was 15 years old. He looked like he was like my height. He was my height. I was like, man, I'm 6 foot. And he was
Sounds
taller
like
than me.
Sounds like a future Chris protege.
And I talked to Joe. I was like, "Who is this kid?" And this guy, I forgot his name, but this kid already had 3 300s.
Oh, dang.
And I'm like, he's 15 years old.
Wow.
I'm like, so he's gonna be somewhere in the PBA sometime in the next 10 years, and
Well,
he's
great.
gonna be, yeah. If he keeps it up, if you don't find a girlfriend or gets distracted, man, he's gonna be.
You're gonna start dating him?
He's gonna be great. Man, I hate to go against him. If he lives in, I hate to go against him. He had the power and the revs, and man, this kid was a natural. I mean, he was. And
Hopefully, we'll get a future JB Trio bowler out of him.
my son. He's actually a two-handed lefty. So
no way, that's great.
Yes.
Congrats.
He was throwing an 8-pounder ball, cradling it, and he did really good. His high series was 77.
Badass. We got to see something on Facebook about that.
Yes, it was a good day. My kids are liking bowling, but they still get tired of it. But I mean, we'll see how they grow up to it. So.
Well, good job. So that was the youth color pin sweeper last night. I think there'll be a future announcement here soon, maybe within a month or so, about second color pin sweeper for the youth. So be on the lookout for that. The next color pin sweeper for the adult, we talked a little bit about it last week. It's going to be July 9th. So not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, sometime. I think it's either going to be 7 or
7:30.
Probably
7:30.
7:30. Okay. Color pin sweeper number 2 for the adults. I know I'm going to be there. I think, Chris, you're going to be there.
Yep, me and Camille. Yep, me and Camille will be there.
Jake and Phil, if you guys go, that'd be great if you want to. Mark, if you've got a bowl, because it'll be tough because you bowl that Sunday league.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
good.
We'd like to send our condolences for the JB Trio League. George Mills Jr., Ray Mill, passed away, unfortunately, due to cancer. We sent our condolences to his family. I think they had the funeral and services today and laid him to rest. So, Ray, we're going to miss you, buddy. It was very fun bowling against and bowling with you. Clint's was your former partner, as well as George. I know they sent condolences. George informed me of Ray's condition a few weeks ago. We talked a lot about it. Ray himself even sent me a text message when he unfortunately got the bad news that he had no treatment that he could take. So it's just a matter of time. So unfortunately, we did lose him last week. So we send out our condolences to Ray and his family. All right, guys, I think we're all set.
All right, guys, thank you so much for attending and listening to us talk and yabber about stupid shit and bowling. Thank you to our guests, Jake and Phil, for being our two compadres guests today. Thank you very much.
We appreciate it. It was awesome.
Yeah, so please come back for next week. We'll definitely have a new guest, of course. Mark probably will have hair by then. And if you do not come back,
That's a long week.
Look, get rid of that equipment Chris gave you, and you'll be better bowlers.
if you do not come back, you be like Jake and Phil, barely not winning to Jennifer, the best bowler in the league.
Or barely ahead of the average Joes in the standings.
Oh, they don't see that. Okay.
All right, guys, that's a wrap. Phil and Jake, thanks for joining again. We'll see you guys Tuesday.
Thank you, guys.
See you guys.